connection, camaraderie, and community. The three principles of the VA's Vet Center. There are hundreds of these centers across the country, including 4 that service veterans here in Iowa. And since 1979, the location in Des Moines alone has given thousands of our brave service members a trusted place to turn during life's most trying times. As the cars fly through this busy intersection of Hickman and Merle Hay, just 2 blocks from Hillis Elementary, Michael Booker is pacing his territory.
Okay.
The award-winning crossing guard is ready to help kids navigate this dangerous stretch safely.
They're the reasons, that I get up in the mornings, because I feel like someone's counting on me, and I want to be, there.
For Booker, service started in 1966, when he was really just a kid.
How old were you?
19.
That's when the Des Moines native says he deployed to Vietnam.
My dad and my uncles, and they served, proudly, so I'm going to do the same thing.
His active duty ended after 2 years, but it still impacts him nearly 60 years later.
I have 3 S's: sight, sound, and smell. Those things sometimes have triggered me into thinking about, it takes me back.
Booker now knows he experiences post-traumatic stress disorder, but 20 years ago,
myself, I didn't realize it. I thought, some of the things like have nightmares and, different things that were, would bring you back there. I thought that was just normal, but I found out there was help out there.
Through the doors of the Des Moines Vet Center. That's where, for 25 years, Katina Mack Weissenberger has helped thousands of our nation's heroes just like him.
It's a big first step to come in, first of all, and say, I need to talk about this, or I want to improve my quality of life.
The coffee and popcorn are hot, and the support varies from one-on-one clinical counseling to group sessions with other veterans, even music and crafts. There's no one-size-fits-all treatment, but the root of the issue.
Our focus is usually on trauma. So we specialize in combat trauma or military sexual trauma or traumatic experiences or things people that are distressing to them that they've experienced while they're in the service.
What started out as an asset for Vietnam veterans is now a free lifeline.
I'd like to say they prepaid for their services by serving our country.
For all who have donned a uniform or currently do.
I think we're getting to folks a little bit earlier, which means then maybe we can help them before something goes off the rails.
Jonas Cutler attended college after his service.
I served in the Gulf War. I'm a combat engineer.
That's when
I ran into some problems in life.
Cutler says coming from an environment where everything is taken care of.
Your housing, your what you're going to wear, what you're going to do every day
is a much more difficult transition than most of us might realize.
Certain behaviors and conduct that was, at times, rewarded in service are certainly not to be carried into civilian life.
Cutler says the camaraderie from the older Vietnam veterans at the Vet Center really helped him.
It's important that veterans find their tribe.
And he now provides that to others as they transition back to civilian life.
A person may end up, drinking too much, right? There might be a lot of failed relationships, maybe some incarcerations. If we can stop somebody anywhere along that path, if we can stop the dominoes, that's the important part. So that's why I keep coming back in.
Okay.
Booker still makes weekly visits. During the school year, they're between shifts at the crosswalk.
If somebody is watching this that could benefit from coming here, what would you want them to know to encourage them to take that step and actually do it?
What I would want them to do is that they don't want to feel alone and abandoned, that there is help out there. And you have to make that first step. Okay. You got to want it. You got to want to get better.
The road can be treacherous, but thankfully you can find someone who is looking out. And Mack Weissenberger says the best way to get more information is to actually call the Vet Center at the number you see there on your screen. It's 515-284-4929. She says one of the easiest ways to confirm eligibility is to bring your discharge document, like a DD-214, on your first visit. And you do not need to be registered for care at the VA or be receiving any other form of VA benefits to be eligible.